Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back for another brand new video, and I've got a weird one to digest and go through with yous. The night, if you are staying up, that is. But I feel like, unlike most nights, people, this is the type of game that I think a lot of people will be sitting up thinking about and maybe coming and discussing it right here in the comment section, because I've no stopped thinking about it since the game of football. It's on my mind as I'm sitting here right now, and I know for a fact by the time I get uploading this, I will be sitting thinking about it as well, because there is so much to actually break down and discuss, because we went ahead and won in European football, ladies and gentlemen. Rangers 2, Servette 1. Am I buzzing? No. And I know that's really weird, people, because normally I sit here and I'm very, very annoyingly enthusiastic, people, because I eat, sleep and breathe this football club. So whenever we win at anything versus any opposition in any competition, I'm sitting here smiling from ear to ear and loving life. And trust me, I am very happy today, people, and I am very delighted we won this game. Objective complete, I'm putting it up there, but I can't sit and cheerlead a game like that had me feeling like that. And for me, there is a sharp difference, because again, I almost feel like despite us winning this game to the scoreline of 2-1, the channel favourite, if you will, I feel like this game is almost perfect for Servette in a way. And I think that's my problem with this one, because you look at the end of the game. I think that told you the story of how I'm actually feeling. Who was the bunch of players that looked positive, bouncing, clapping their fans with smiles on their face? Was it the Rangers players, people? No for me. Again, a couple of them here or there, but no, I would say the best overall atmosphere from the fans and the players smiling, clapping their fans was Servette at the end of the game, people, because they know coming to Ibrox is always difficult, especially after the back of Rangers losing an SPFL game, coming out fast. They knew what they'd been up against. There's a wee bit of an aura regarding Rangers at Ibrox, especially in qualifiers. The magic can truly happen. So to have all that coming in against them, to leave with only needing to overcome one goal, taking it back to a stadium that they've not lost in since April 2022, for me, the way this unfolded tonight and the way it ended is actually almost perfect for Servette, besides obviously the fact that they've narrowly lost the game. And I don't know if I'm talking any sense there, ladies and gentlemen, but I feel like the way we started this game, this should have been an absolute cricket score, and the game should have been not only wrapped up and put to ease, but the tie should really have been in one hand to Rangers. But where it sits right now, knowing what this team is all about, they'll fancy their chances truly away for home. And I feel like the only team that's got, the only people that's responsible for them feeling that confident is us, ladies and gentlemen, because we had it right out there on the park. The first 20 minutes, this game was within our grasp, but we started to fall away and started to let them off the hook and missed major opportunities. I mean, Big Sam Lammers, we love the big man. He's looked very positive and he had good moments in the game, but it shows you the fine margins in football. Just how big could that sit or miss be? Because that was not only game, set and match, people, that was wrapping up the tie as well, if that goes in and it's 3-0 after 35 minutes. But he misses the sitter and it goes from game over to game on, as less than 3 minutes later they get their VAR penalty. They slap it into the back of net and they manage to defend something which for them is valuable, and that's only been 1 goal behind Rangers, and only needing to overcome that 1 goal. And people, I didn't think we asked a lot of them, especially in that second half. And the second half for me is a perfect example of my analogy that I'm starting to drift into right now, because I feel like if you looked at this game of football, right, and if you took all the branding, take all the Champions League logos off, the wee theme tune, the graphics, take all that off, stick the commentary on mute and just watch the game, if you'd have told anyone who was sitting watching that under those circumstances that that was a pre-season game, I think every single person would say, aye, I can see that. It doesn't look like they're quite there. They need a couple more games. I think if you asked anybody, they would believe that. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Servette or even the Rangers team going out here and playing. I know it is a Champions League qualifier. I know the games aren't going to be perfect this early in a season. But that, for me, screamed third or fourth pre-season game. You know what I mean? First game, you play the youngsters for the majority of the game. Your starters get about 20 minutes in the game. The next game they get about 45 minutes, then the youngsters come in. Then the third game comes in, your starters get 75 minutes, then the youngsters come in. In the fourth game they get the majority of the game, etc, etc. You know what I'm talking about. That's what that game for me felt like, because you looked at Rangers, the way we started it with the intensity, the press, the chance creation, the interchange of positions, the first 20 minutes, I'm going like, oh, this is absolutely gorgeous. I even seen a quick throw in at one point and I nearly fell out my seat. But then, despite taking a promising lead and creating major opportunities like that, it started to fall away, and we had major opportunities in the game, but players are still bedding in. Players are maybe making rash decisions, maybe taking an extra touch or forcing the passes they shouldn't do. They're still bedding in. All stuff you expect to see in pre-season games. No, in Champions League qualifiers, and it just feels iffy for me. So I don't know what it is. I just can't explain to you how I'm feeling, but I feel like we're about 2 weeks behind. Everything I seen today, I should have saw during pre-season if you actually catch my drift. But maybe I'm just moaning for the sake of moaning. We obviously won the game. We started off brilliantly, and I think the major reason of us starting off brilliantly was the reintroduction to the starting 11 of Todd Cantwell. And for me, he showed within the first 3 minutes why he should never drop out the starting 11 again. And for me, I think the midfield will probably take a wee bit of flack now because of the way the game ended, and we're all kind of feeling flat, the fact that we only won 2-1. But I think if you look at Raskin, Cantwell and Jack, I thought that worked this evening, because what Jacko did is he dropped in for me and he gave an opportunity to Raskin and Cantwell to just go and create, go be who he's want to be. I'll sit and protect. No two of them sitting there, no Raskin and Lundstrom getting asked to do the same job. Only having one player back there for me worked, and it made us a hell of a lot more dangerous because Raskin was picking the ball up at the edge of the box. He was getting opportunities to have pops, and Cantwell gets to be Todd Cantwell. No, the guy we saw in pre-season getting asked to hang back. No, go be Todd Cantwell. And he was buzzing about. He had a shot within about 12 seconds. It was well blocked, and he obviously won the opening penalty, which was a great bit of movement for Rangers as well, and it was sharp. Jacko was involved, Goldson was involved, Tavernier was involved. Great play by both Lammers and Raskin. Lammers does very well to keep the ball in with a beautiful little kind of cross nutmeg, and to be fair, the defence does pretty well for Servette. But Todd Cantwell showing his anticipation and intensity. People, two things we never had on Saturday, especially for the middle of the park, and Cantwell runs in, puts pressure on, nips into the ball, the boy gets tackled for behind. It's quite clearly a penalty kick, and we get the perfect opportunity from 12 yards to start the season off properly. And of course, it was going to be Tavernier on the penalty. It puts it away, and it's now our 5th penalty in 7 matches, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe there is something into that conspiracy. And it was within that, in the next 10 minutes, that I thought, there's the firework, there's the spark to our season started right there for the perfect start in European football. We've broke down a stubborn side from 12 yards. Now let's go and put this team away, because we're creating opportunities, we're creating gaps, we're absolutely all over them. Let's put them away, Rangers. And my favourite moment so far of the season happened just 15-17 minutes into the game, and a lot of credit has to go to Big John Soapy Suter here, people. He does brilliantly. Done this a couple of times versus Kilmarnock, didn't quite work out, but gets on the ball, drives by a couple of people, plays out to Barisic, and to be fair, Barisic does what he does, people. You give him an opportunity, or you didn't give him an opportunity, you just give him the ball, he will find a way to put it into the mixer. And it's a great cross to the back post, and Desser scores with the top of his thigh, I believe. The big man gets his goal that he's probably his confidence needed as well, especially carrying the number 9. I mean, the previous number 9 that everyone hated, ladies and gentlemen, had 13 goal contributions in his opening 14 games, people, and that's with 1 goal incorrectly ruled out versus Livingston. If VAR was around, that'd have been 14 out of 14. So good luck to Big Dessers. He's got a lot to actually live up to the previous Tony. 2 goals, but it was 2-0 to Rangers. We were free flowing, we were attacking. Danilo was getting a lot of the ball, probably trying a little bit too hard, I'd say, for the laddie. Again, it is his first start for us, so he's snatching at a couple of things, maybe making the wrong decisions, still trying to find his feet, but I could see it, and it was all coming from that midfield base of Jacko sitting here, Cantwell here, and Raskin there. For me, that was the base that the first 25 minutes of domination for Rangers was built upon. But Jacko showed he wasn't just there to look after the 2 kids at the park, people. No, he done some defending as well, as he got involved with a brilliant slide challenge in the 28th minute, which was the only time Servette, right up to the moment, we're going to talk about, actually threatened this Rangers side. And Jacko does what he does. sniffs it out and gets rid of it, and that set up our next beautiful, sensational football that I can't believe didn't result in a goal. This is it, people. This is the moment. You score this goal, everyone's feeling a hell of a lot better right now. But we all know how it ends up. Raskin involved, spins away. Dessers combines beautifully with this as well, with a fantastic driven pass right to the feet. And I feel like if we had that pass a couple times tonight, maybe to Lammers, or from Danilo to Lammers to Danilo, I feel like we're putting up a cricket score today. But Dessers picks the right ball, slides it right through to Raskin, who unselfishly passes it to Lammers. It's gorgeous, taps off behaviour, but somehow Lammers rolls it wide, and then the offside flag goes up, and I'm like, oh thank God, at least I get to make a fun wee innocent joke. But replay shows he was onside, Lammers, so I can't even say you missed it because you knew you were offside, son. That's game, set and match. No game on. And that was shown over the next couple of minutes as Dessers had a hand in a lot of things going forward for Rangers, but he also had a hand in the equaliser for Servette as well. As the cross comes in, and I don't know what happens here. I think the defender moves his head because he's trying to get... I think the Servette defender who's gone up to attack the set piece, I should explain, actually tries to header it, but he mistimes it, which means it goes behind him, and Dessers just reacts by putting his hand up, man. I can't believe he's done it like that way, and after about 3 or 4 minutes, VAR looks at it, gives the penalty kick, and despite a weird headbutt on Jack Butland that I feel like if he's rolling about like a previous other English goalkeeper we've seen in this league rolling about and around, you're probably getting the guy sent off. But as we saw later on in the game, Servette with 10 men is a much tougher cookie to crack or crumble than they are with 11. So maybe it was a good idea that the referee never sent the guy off. But he steps up, puts the ball away, and as I've said a couple of times already, we should have wrapped the game up and wrapped the tie up. But now it's 2-1, and that's only suiting Servette. But I'll be honest with you, going in at half time, saw what I saw, again having opportunities on the counter attack with Danilo maybe falling away for it, or Lammers falling away for it, or anything like that. All the opportunities Barisic had a chance to whip it, and how wide he was open. Remember we talked about that in yesterday's preview video, with them being so weak at right back, we should be dominating that side of the actual park, and we did, but maybe no to the way we actually should have, because we had so many opportunities to really go after it, but we only went after it sometimes. But again, Barisic was getting involved, chucking in crosses. I was saying to myself, this is still going to finish 4-1. I know I predicted 3-1 in my preview, but I went, nah, there's 2 goals. We're going to get goals in this. And aye, if it wasn't for their backup goalkeeper doing saves as if he was in a Ted Lasso storyline, it would have been, people, 53rd minute of the game. Gorgeous football. Raskin, Tavernier, Lammers, all involved in the game. Goes out to Tavernier, crosses it in, first time. Lammers, great shot, hit with real power. The goalie somehow gets his pot at it and keeps it for going into the back of net, and you're thinking to yourself, how did he save that? If that's McGregor, if that's any of your goalies, that Butland, we're singing about that on Twitter the night. But aye, it's the backup goalie for Servette pulling out something again I wouldn't expect to see unless I'm wearing a blue sweater and a weirdo stash. It's annoying, people, but not nearly as annoying as how obvious it was going to be what happened next, especially after the red card, because I saw it all unfold. Cantwell brilliantly, by the way, winning the 50-50. Kudos to that boy for getting stuck in. We could have done with some of that on Saturday for other players, but he gets stuck in, and winning the 50-50, the boy just comes in like prime 2009 shaved head Randy Orton with a punt right to his shin, and it's quite clearly a second yellow card. The boy gets sent off, and I remember everyone was so excited, but I went, I've just watched this team play 115 minutes versus Genk down to 10 men for this channel 2 days ago for the preview video. I know being down to 10 men suits them to an absolute perfection, because there's no need to do any going forward or doing anything. They can just do what they do best, and that's sit in deep and pray for set pieces. And guess what they did, ladies and gentlemen, for the rest of the game? Sat in, made it ugly, and prayed for set pieces, and we huffed and we puffed, but we couldn't blow that Swiss house down. Danilo gets subbed off around the 65th minute after having a good shot on target, and I thought he was growing into the game. I was frustrated, and again we want to be all subs, as I thought he wasn't the striker to take off. Thought it was Big Des should have been coming off at that point, as he looked like he was blowing. Danilo was just starting to grow into the game, starting to take that extra touch, starting to get a shot on target, and I thought, right, he's no being Oryx, oh, it's my first start, I need to do things, I need to do that, and just calm it down. I just thought he was finding his feet. He got withdrawn, and Seema came on, and I didn't even think he touched the ball. I just didn't. People, I can't think of a single thing that he done besides a single shot late in the game that was straight at the goalkeeper. But the next and only other opportunity that was major from a Rangers perspective was Tavernier whipping in a corner. It falls to Deser's feet, who does very well to get it on target. But again, somehow the goalie gets down and makes a ridiculous save. And it was at that point, 71st minute of the game, I say this is finishing 2-1. It's got frustration, Rittle Error, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the rest. The game, we had another wee moments here, or little maybes here, but it was frustration and frustration and frustration. And I guess what the biggest frustration is, playing to why I started the video off that I did, is see the last 15-20 minutes. I just never thought we attacked the game and really put the foot down and says, right, let's massacre this mob. Do you know what I mean? We never had that mindset. Was let's play football, let's try and build it in, let's be patient. And I just feel there has to be a switch. So plan B can't be today plan A better. You know what I mean? If you're against a team with 10 men that is known for sitting and defending, let's go after them, man, and let's really start asking questions. We eventually made some attacking subs, but it's all just late. You know what I mean? 3 or 4 minutes here for Hadji. It's nonsense minutes. It's stupid minutes. And I just didn't think we had that killer instinct in it. I'm a little bit worried about that still. I still want to see the killer instinct. We need to find it, people. No, we'll just see 2-1. 2-1 will do us. So let's just not get beat. No, it's no Rangers. Where's the killer instinct? I want to see it back in the team. But again, it's still very early on in the season, and I'll say what I said a couple of times in today's video. It still looks like we're in pre-season mode, people. Genuinely, honestly, I feel like it's still going to be a wee while till we're up and cooking. Hopefully we do enough when we get there. I thought Jose looked great when he came on, by the way. A wee shout out to him. And Scott Wright came on. That boy's been sent to Turkey twice, people, and came back, sneaked onto the team bus, and has somehow ended up on the park again. What is going on with this football club? It's weird, it's crazy, it's Rangers, it's only the second game in, but that is where we are. We ended up winning it. I'm very, very happy, and I'll be even happier next week when we make sure we get it over the line. And as frustrated as I am as seeing him smiling and being happy and that, and I'm thinking, no opposition should be leaving Ibrox happy or content or with something to hold on to, or feeling like they can overturn it. That's not the way. I miss when teams came here and got their absolute scalding, people. I wanted to see them slink off the park, but they never, and that's probably what got under my skin at the start of the actual video. But do I believe we can overcome the potential of a tricky away test next week? Do I think we will? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. But I just want to see, instead of 20-minute spell, it build up, and I've got a feeling Livingston could be as frustrating, but hopefully we have a couple more goals. But that is it. That's my thoughts and opinions on it. The star man for me was Cantwell and John Souttar. I'd probably give it to Big Soapy overall, if I'm being honest with you, but they were the two that really stood out to me. Big Soapy, Big Cantwell. Who was the man that stood out to you? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down there in the comment section below. And as always, I've been Sage over 92. Thank you so much for watching. All the best, and bye-bye.